Hello everyone, it's Alessandra here. I hope you're all well and thank you for dropping by, and I am very grateful. I've been lost in my art for the last 3 or 4 days. It's like when it grabs me, it's like a bliss, a moment where I just lose track of everything. So everything else seems to go into the background. And that's the way that we can sort of do our meditations. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, sitting down and closing our eyes and listening to music or anything else. Just find what you love. If it's walking, walk, and you will find that space. So for me, it's art. And so I got lost. I don't mind it. I do appreciate the fact that when I get lost in my art, I am able to rebalance and recenter. So it actually has a purpose as well. And it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. It's not about, I've got a big canvas in front of me. It can be a piece of paper or a stack of pieces of paper. And that's what I do. I have a stack of pieces of paper, like recycled things that I've just, you've got a piece of paper that didn't work out with the colors, with the paints, or just a corner of a page. You cut it out and then doodling, whatever it is that you do. So I do like to spend some time just coloring out some pages with watercolors and then putting them on the side for a later time when I have these moments of bliss, and I just put myself there and it just takes me away. So find your bliss, find whatever it is that makes you. Could be gardening, could be anything. Can be anything that just takes you away from all the worries, all the concerns, all the tensions. You stay in the moment, but at the same time you release some energies that are not working for you, you recenter. So on the flow of that, today I'm going to choose a card from the Ascended Masters. These are more oracle cards. They're just messages for the day. There are a variety of types of cards they can choose from. That you pick a card a day, or you pick a card when you feel that you need a message. And you will always be right in the deck that you choose, because when you're going to choose a deck of cards, you will follow an inner knowing. Without realizing it, you're just going to pick what resonates with you in that moment. And if you have 2 or 3, you'll find that on a normal basis, you may pick from one or the other. And that's what I do. So today I'm picking from this deck, and I'm going to see what happens, what card comes through. And I'll keep it to one, because really this is just a message. So it might be, we don't need a second one. Okay. Just wanted to do something different. I'll put these on the side. Lord Ganesh. Let's do it this way. Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Now I know someone is going to say, well, where is it? It's a trust. It's always with you. But we are always running around trying to figure out how to get it. And Lord Ganesh is the most amazing card in this deck, because he promises you infinite abundance with peace and serenity and letting go, surrendering, and not paying attention to your circumstances or the lack in your life. Because if you say, I do not have, therefore I am not abundant, then Lord Ganesh says, well, I'm going to have to keep this abundance on the side until you make up your mind to trust that it's with that concept of gratitude for even a tiny, tiny thing in your life. It brings more of it. So when you have a sense of lack, even if you don't express it, it's a reflection of the energy, the vibration that comes through from within. So we are energy beings. The law of attraction, the quantum field, the cosmos, the universe, whatever you want to call it, you are receiving in response to your vibration. So you may not say the words, well, I didn't say that I didn't have. I'm just looking for the abundance. Well, the looking for it is the lack. Trust that you are abundant right now. And this is what Lord Ganesh is saying. You are abundant in this moment. If you pay attention to your circumstances, they will remind you of the lack, and therefore you are creating the future moment out of a space of lack. So Lord Ganesh is saying, trust that when you pay attention, not to what is going on around you, but to the sense of abundance Even if you can remember a moment, just one split second, where you felt abundant, in that moment you're sending out the vibration of abundance, and therefore Lord Ganesh is going to unlock the infinite abundance. Now, this is a card. Now, I'll tell you a little secret. I have 2 decks like this. For some strange reason, because I've got so many, I bought one deck, which is the first one I'm using now, and then I walked into a store another time years later, and I bought the same deck again. So Lord Ganesh is on my table all the time. Now this one obviously is in the deck because I use it with people, but Lord Ganesh is on a particular little table that I have for my work, and he's always there. So it's always a reminder to stay in flow, to stay constantly in the belief and not looking at my circumstances, because if I do, then I'm not willing to send out that vibration of trust. So don't do like me and pick 2 decks that are the same, but look at this card. It's amazing. It's just the flourishing of the harmony, the abundance, the way Ganesh is dressed, the surroundings, the lotus, the key, the baton, everything is abundance. And he's saying there's nothing really missing if you pay attention. And so I have him on my table every day. And it's interesting that it came out today because most probably a lot of us need this message. A lot of us are struggling and we can't seem to see any light in front of us. And the abundance, how is it going to happen? Well, Lord Ganesh is saying, I have infinite abundance for you. Trust it and it will show itself. And sometimes it starts with little bits and pieces. But the more we see them happen, because we have a memory of lack within us, the more we can let that go, the more that we can rejoice, the more that we can say, stay in a space of gratitude and be mindful of our vibration, then Lord Ganesh is very generous and he will provide. So you can equate Lord Ganesh to whatever you want. Just feel it in yourself that you are abundant. That's all it is. I know, a lot of stuff going on, but that's the problem. We get caught up in the stuff that's going on. It's old news. And if we can look forward to something better every single day, we look forward to what we have today is imploding because we magnify the gratitude that we're sending out for whatever we have right now, and it doesn't have to be a big thing, then it will come back. It's a boomerang, it comes back. So it's just a reminder today to pay attention to, are you paying attention to the circumstances, or are you feeling that abundance within you because you know that you are a deserving being? That's all it is. You are a deserving being. Every single one of us is a deserving being. And in our own way, we will attract what it is that we need in our lives, because someone might want a big car or a big house, but for you it might be a simple life where everything is always available to you. Well, then you will always be taken care of. And if you change your mind and you want a car, give it a go. I say when we have simple, but we have everything we need, everything is always working out, then life will become a harmonious, happy moment with serenity and joy, peace and connection with others, and we will feel more empowered within ourselves and within the whole of humanity. So for today, I think I'll leave it there because it was just a card that I pick to give you a message, not necessarily I need any other cards. And I thought it was a very interesting card that showed up because a lot of us right now don't mind understanding that Lord Ganesh has got a lot of abundance for us. But see, we need to stay in that space that we're trusting. And so for today, I'm grateful and I send you love and thank you for turning up.